Just what is going on with Blackpool Pleasure Beach in 2024. Now I think it's safe to say that this season has not been a great one for Blackpool Pleasure Beach or Pleasure Beach Resort. Everything from pricey entry, ride closures and general park TLC. And if you do go in to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new, as well as hitting that little bell notification to keep up to date with everything exciting happening in theme parks. So first off, we're going to start talking about the costly entry to get into the park. So as you can see, we got the August calendar loaded up right here. You have prices ranging from 33, 35 all the way to 38. Now of course it is the school holidays and it's the peak time of the year, but I still do think these prices are a bit high for what you're getting. And considering there's no walkabout pass anymore, no individual ride tokens, and yet everybody pays one price and still has to scan at those stupid scanners before every ride. Now this is an amusement park, which means it should offer free entry or maybe an upcharge entry, as well as individual ride tokens and the wristband system. I see so many comments of people that go with families and they can't go into Pleasure Beach because some of them want to ride and others don't. So I definitely think they should bring a walkabout pass, even if they charge £5–10 most. General Park TLC, it is not looking good this year at all. So much paint peeling away from buildings. Rides looking worse for wear, and I remember going on the opening day this year and I was generally thinking, what have they actually done over the closed period? There's just no excuse on a park to look so poorly maintained. Take pride in the park, get it back to the top where it used to be, and that would be fantastic. Now there are many things about Blackpool Pleasure Beach that are better than the Merlin Park, such as food prices. They're a lot cheaper, and of course they have Valhalla, my favourite water ride in the country. But something that's not so good this year is ride availability. So many SB&O rides, it does not look that good at all. Now the first one to mention, as soon as you step into the park you see Ice Blast, which has been SB&O since the beginning of this season. The ride originally opened in 1997 as PlayStation The Ride. Now earlier on in the season we were told that this ride was receiving a new part, but as we are now in August, I don't think that's happening. That ride has now gone forever. And it's such a shame because this was a really popular ride and it was the first thing that you saw when you walked in. The next one we have to talk about is River Caves. Now this is one of the oldest rides at the park. It opened back in 1905. It did open earlier on in the season, but has been closed ever since. Now, no idea what's going on here, and to be honest, when you walk past it, it looks pretty worse for wear. You know when you see an abandoned theme park and you think, yeah, that just doesn't look good at all? That is what exactly River Caves is right now. Now, the park themselves never give us any clarification whatsoever, so they could just easily come out and say this ride's closed for this long or it's closing forever, but there's just no communication. I think that's one thing that has really disappointed me this year. Now, the final ride we have to talk about is, of course, the Grand Prix. This originally opened in 1960, and believe it or not, it used to operate with petrol-powered cars, but then was since changed to electric. Now, this ride closed back in June, where they had a one-night special event known as Grand Prix The Final Lap. So they've had it closed all season, and then they decided to open it for one night and charge £50 for the pleasure. They even decided to paint it up again and make it look fresh for one event. Think of the money they could have used. Instead of driving down to Thorpe Park with a van and painting up the Grand Prix for one night, they could have had another ride, maybe two rides. This is the one that has shocked me the most, and I'm very disappointed by Pleasure Beach by going down this route. A park that I absolutely used to adore, go all the time, and I'd really enjoy it now. It is right at the bottom of the pile for parks in the UK, unfortunately. So what do you guys think? What is happening to Blackpool Pleasure Beach? Leave it down in the comments below and I'll make sure to read through every single one. Coming up in the next video, we'll have a full tour of the Thorpe Park Shark Cabins. Thank you so much for watching, and get ready to ride beyond the theme parks here at Theme Parks Beyond.